Hello, I'm gonna go look for my this. Okay, we got music. Let's do our meditation. Okay, so we're gonna do our my meditation. All right. Okay, so let's imagine that ball of light that you like. It's big enough to cover both of your feet and to relax them and to make you feel good. So let's close our eyes. Okay, we see the ball of light. It's coming up our feet. It's relaxing our legs, our feet, our upper legs, our chest, our back, our arms, our hands, our neck, our head. It's going to tether itself to us from our feet and go way down into the earth, way deep down. And it goes down past the mantle, down into the core and sucks all that love. It takes that love and puts it in our feet, and it goes from our feet to our lower legs, to our upper thighs, to our chest, to my back, to my arms, my hands, my head, and it explodes and explodes and explodes. And then I share my love with Olive Param. Olive Param gets my love and the people who I'm thinking of who I love very much in my family. Okay, and then I take back what is left and I put it to my heart. All right, so then I put it to my heart and I'm going to do 3 ums and wake up refreshed. So, okay, all refreshed. Okay. Oh, I'm thirsty. So I'm gonna get some. So anyway, I had a suitor one time. He really wanted to impress me. By the time he got his ducks in a row, I had moved out of Holly. And he was brokenhearted. I had moved in with my boyfriend at the time, and he had lost out. He had told me to wait and wait, but being that he never called me and he never texted, there was no text. He never called me. He never came by my house. He didn't take time to be with me because he was spending time with other females that I heard about. And I'm like, well, he can spend time with his family and his friends, but when it came to me, he didn't want to. He felt, kind of embarrassed because I was a couple years older. So I went and moved in with senior psychopath at the time, and that's what happened. The person lost, you lose out. If you're not going to come and visit me, you're not going to talk and text with me, you're not going to do any of these form of communications, I'm going to move on. It's just one of those things, you get tired of waiting, especially when you don't know what's going on, and you're like, hey, you got with this woman, you got married to this woman. I don't even know if he's even divorced. It got to the point where I don't even think he's divorced or anything. He's probably still with that person. So I'm going to put out a contest. I have a second phone that not even my son has the number. I have a second phone. It's a Google phone. I have a second phone that no one has a number to. Anyone who wants to have a good relationship with me is willing to, I say it would be to try to win over that phone number to get to me. So you can go on here and see how often you can post stuff, or put a post out that is in the thing, in the bottom there where you could post your, information. Post what you would think a good relationship is and how you would treat me. And then we can go on from there. Because I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten anything. I don't know what's going on, and I'm tired of playing fucking tiddlywinks. This is this fucking childish game. So, being that his other significant other, he couldn't do enough for me. You know what I get? Big fat zero. That's what I get. So, being that I have no communication with this person, I'm putting up my phone number. Who would like to have my second phone's specialized phone number? My Google phone. Who would like my Google phone's number? So, that's where I go from. Because I have no guys coming up here. Now, they're all calling me, and I haven't talked to them. But I think that, it's one of those things that is a misconception um, of what's going on. I'm fine and healthy. And how can I say? In my family, there has not been an unwanted pregnancy in forever. And I'm going to be honest with you, uh, there's a reason why I'm a little different than most little girls out there. Trust me, I'm a lot different. And I don't see that ever happening in my lifetime, not because I go to the doctor and take care of the problem. It just never happens. It's hard to explain, but let's just put it this way. I've never had to ever go to a doctor to take care of a problem, because I've been more than happy to have children and all that stuff, but it's a little more complicated with me. So in I'm putting out a thing. If any guy is interested, I have a second phone number. I got a Google phone here. I got it right here. Yes, right here. And no one, not even my son, has the number. No one has the number. So whoever wants to chase me for my number, and it's not even under my name. No, I have no idea. But maybe I should. I'm going to stop this. All right, I'm gonna go and go on, what's that? Twitter. Twitter. Oh, cancel. Oh, that's all right. I'll put it on here. Okay. Oh yeah, Twitter's all. I'm putting it. Oh hi. All right. I'm going on. Continue. Yes. Create account. Oh, you're kidding me. I have to go through the whole year? What the fuck? It's so stupid. I can't put it on, and I have to go through all this stuff for X.com. Oh, it's like, God dang. So I have a second phone number. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out, I'm going on this X. Twitter is so old. No one really goes on Twitter no more. It's like, oh, come on. No one tweets. They go on the X. Ah, so that's where I'm going on the X under my different phone number because I don't do it on my phone. And I got a long way to go. So I'm glad that you put a thumbs up. I will only be on, for about 15 more minutes because I got nobody on here. So I'm like, I can only do so much by myself. I'll just put up videos. So if a man is not chasing me, then he is not in a relationship with me. And he should not expect me not to talk to other men. I won't have sex with them, I give you that much. I'm not going to, go and get dirty. But I am going to talk to other people. I do feel that, if a man wants to talk to me and wants to get to know me as a person, but I'm just like wondering what's happening because there's no communication. If I have no communication in a relationship when it begins, I don't have no high standards of it being, uh, you know, that way. There we go. Wow. Man, they go on everything. They got music, grime, and all that. Hi. So I've been looking, Apple Music. I I'm not sitting there just bitching. I'm just stating a fact. I get tired of sitting here alone with nothing fucking to do except work. That's great, fine and dandy. If you want to chase me, then if you're not calling me and you're not taking advantage of the time that I have at home, then obviously we have no relationship, and obviously there's nothing going on. I'm not getting flowers sent to me saying, "Hey, I'm thinking of you, just to let you know." No, I get jack and I get shit, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of getting jack. I'm tired of getting shit because jack don't give a shit. So here's the point: if you think you're chasing me and you don't have to do nothing, then you obviously got a fucking brain dead. You obviously have to chase me in some way. And if you don't chase me, then you're going to lose. Yes. Hamish Barn. Oh, I want to hear about it. I do. I want to hear how your date was. Was it good? I mean, I'm curious. I have nothing going on. But I did, have a birthday. It was a birthday drink with Sarah and a lot of people at work. It was wonderful. I spent time with Sarah and talked with everyone. It was beautiful. I work with a bunch of beautiful people. Amish barn. I drink a lot of water. I really do. Anyway, if you're not having any communications with me, there's but I do have a special phone. It's my secondary one. It's my special Google phone. My son don't even have that phone number. But oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Did you call back? Did you text? Did you, talk to her afterwards? It is nice. It's nice to get out, and it's nice, when you get to talk to people at work, you get to connect a little different when you're not at the workplace sometimes. So, yep, 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 yep. And it's all good. So, anyway, yeah, I got to. If some guy wants to connect to me, I have a Google phone, I got a secondary phone. It's my naughty phone. And no one has it. Okay. Oh crap. Still trying to learn how to use the fucker. Yeah. Ooh, Manchester. Yeah. Basketball, football. Do, do, do. Oh, who doesn't like blues? What's Punjabi music? Oh, ah. So, oh, well, it sounds like she made a lot of good eye contact. God, I was hoping, cross my heart for my friends, to get, special loving because God and Lord, I'm a born again virgin. Okay. If you want to hear it, I'm a born again virgin. All right, guys. It's like I got somebody who doesn't even care to even stop by my place, doesn't care to call, doesn't care to text, doesn't care to send someone over with a message, doesn't walk over, and expects me to wait. My dad would have been on the floor laughing in belly rolls, going, "Really? You expect what from Stephanie?" Oh God, he would have been, really. God, my hair's just all crapped up today. Uh well, there's nothing I can do with that. Just to let her know, people are so weird nowadays. It's like, for me, I would say that in dealing with, I guess it would be like connecting with somebody, it just hasn't happened here. I'm going to be serious how I feel. It's like the men here, it's like they're lackluster. It's like they think I like to wait. And I get the whole thing of waiting. I can wait if I have someone going, "Hi, oh hi, how are you?" Yes, every day. I want a phone call. No phone call, no waiting. Okay. Number two, texting. If there's no texting, there's no phone call, no waiting. That's it. That's how I feel. I've come to the point that I don't think that my guy is serious for me. He's just, stringing me along. And being that there's no communication whatsoever, I feel that way. So I feel, that way. Oh, yeah. Especially after when you're dealing with a sociopath, that's very hard. But I'm glad you're thinking positive enough where you're getting out now. That's a big, tremendous thing when you're getting out. At least you have communication. I don't even have that. I'm pretty well. I don't get even a motherfucking phone call. If my theory is this, you know if your paths cross again and it works out, that's great. Put out the positive vibes, put out that love. My theory is, if a man comes into my life and he starts spending time with me and he calls me up, I'm going to take note of that. I'm going to say, first, you're going to call me, and it's going to be a couple weeks of phone calls or more. And then I want to be dated for a couple weeks. I want a month's worth of, I want to know this person before I even get serious. Yeah. because when you're dealing with someone who works at what I call speed light dating, where you date and 2 weeks later you're moving in together, that's a bit too quick. Actually, that's way too quick. That you're working with a sociopath. Then you're working with a sociopath and you want to run. Run from those sociopaths because they want to work at speed lightning. They want to marry you. The women who are sociopaths will be more inclined to go and pop the question because if the guy had to do it, he would realize you're nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake. You know what I mean? And that's how it usually works with sociopaths. And that's why I myself, after 2 weeks, I dated a guy who was again another sociopath. So I had to figure out why in the fuck am I like, attracted? I'm in that evil, mean mood. I go out on my walk. "Ugh, ugh, ugh, ugh. Oh, mean, I'm mad. I'm mad at the world. I'm mad. Everyone hates me and I hate the world. You know what you're going to attract? I tell you what you're going to attract another fucking sociopath. And that's what I attracted. After 2 weeks, he wanted me to move in. I'm like, "Oh, ho, 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 so you're working at lightning speed." And I put the hands up. I'm the one who had the money then. I'm the one who was paying my bills. This guy wasn't. And I said, "Hey, hey, 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 I can't play that way. I can't leave my house because then I will lose half of the money interest in it." And he didn't. I don't want to be with senior psychopath, but I'm here in the RV so I can have my privacy and say stuff on here. And I'm tired of the negativity that my ex has. So I don't want to be with him no more ever. I spent 10 grand in a state that I could have spent 500 or less dollars to get divorced. It was a very simple divorce. It was very simple. It should have been simply done. But senior psychopath was afraid I would take him. I'm still picking up coals for my asshole. God dang. Oh yeah, my ass got raked over the coals. Grizzly bears. Well, I'm going to be honest. Love yourself, fist. You got to learn to love yourself before anyone's going to love you. So, yes, there's women out there that love grizzly bears. I had a friend that only dated grizzly bears, and she loved to put their hands in their hairy chest, go, "Look at my hairy man." I swear she was Russian at heart because most of my family who are Russian, they're hairy motherfuckers. I kid you not. I'm surprised I don't have like a big mustache going, "Was ist los? Come over here, die child. I'm Bier in Kinder." I said, "Come here, my child. I can be your child, your kinder," if you're wondering. I forget when I talk sometimes when I do it in German that you guys might not know what it says. And it's good to know each other, and that's what I'm saying. I would like to connect with, if I'm told right that a certain person likes me. If a certain person likes me, then I would appreciate them reaching out to me. I'm not, so I don't step on their toes and date somebody after a month of me waiting for them to reach out to me, because I'm tired of that. You either can reach out to me now, like this week, because if it doesn't happen, I'm going to reach out to somebody else. There's many other people. Actually, I don't have to reach out. I get people reaching out to me who want to connect with me, who want to be with me and have a relationship with me. I just haven't started the process with several of these people because I've been waiting on a certain person who I heard that might like me. I don't even know if he likes me. So it's like there's no communication. When there's no communication, there's no omega. You get my drift? There's no me. I'm I'm like, yeah. No, it doesn't build the foundations in which what we're needing to be in. I'm thinking of a positive thing. Maybe, my cards did say I was going to meet a new love interest. That's what it said. My cards, I did my tarot reading, and my cards stated I was going to meet a new love interest. or start over again with another one. So either I'm going to start over with a person I already know, or I'm going to meet a new love interest, one or the other. So it's just a shame that you married someone that was so mean and you had to go through so much hell. It just happens. So that's why you move on. And even if you're a big old grizzly bear, you go and you trudge forward, you know. Yeah, you're in my brother's neck of the woods. Loki. My brother is Loki. He's evil as all can be. Oh, and cold as ice. I'm the warm one. Speaking of which, I'm going to throw some heat on. Yeah, when it comes to that, I want communication of some form every day to connect with them, not just as a person, you know, talking non-personal stuff, but to know who they are. You know what I mean? If someone wants to know who I am, they'll do anything they possibly can to get to know me. They will try anything if they have a certain thing. I got a second phone number. I got a Google phone. I got a Google phone. Google. I got a phone number. I'm well, John. How are you doing? And how is your girlfriend, John? Isn't that stalking? Speaking of stalking, okay, I just finally told uh I finally I told her a dilemma I had, a friend of mine at work, that what happened to me, another person I took home, it was a while back, propositioned me, being that they were the same sex as me. I'm like, I'm not into women. But I didn't say that because the person, when they propositioned me, told me, do you want some dessert? I got some in the house that's really good. And I'm like, I sometimes have the problem with coffee and it fucks up my stomach. And I drink too much coffee and I was donut and coffeeed out. And I just went, oh no, I'm good at it. I had a donut, I'm good. And when I left home, she had already blocked me. I couldn't explain that. Number one, I'm not into women. And number two, um, I'm a heterosexual. Please, don't get mad at me. It's not because of you. It's because I'm a heterosexual. I'm not into other women. And my friend was laughing so hard. You're so lucky, you know that. You're lucky you didn't have anything to do with that person. And I go, yeah, I am. I'm like, "Ugh, pixels are very nice. Oh, very good. Uh, thank you. So let me get some more water. I'm thirsty. Well, John, how has your week been? Maybe you can answer this, okay? Because I need some help answering this, John. All right. Let me see. I'll put it on here. Let me put it. If you like somebody and you want to spend time with them, what would you do to do that? Now, mind you, let's pretend that you don't want your coworkers to know. You don't want certain family members to know, and you want to keep it very private. But what would you do? So if you had certain coworkers and certain people that you didn't want to know what was going on, how would you connect with this person? Oh, that's already being worked on right now, Fist. The wonderment is gone. I'm bored now. Oh, well, I heard that's good too, to ignore the people. It makes them want you more. So maybe that's what I should do. I'm thinking, maybe I should ignore the person. I've heard of that. I've heard of a lot of therapists suggesting, just to, ignore, not ignore mean, if you're working with them, you're like, you talk to them and stuff like that. But when it comes to the average, you pretty well, do your own thing. Yes, I'm feeling better, everyone. I took a week off because I felt really crappy and I was really tired. So, yeah, yeah. And that's the way I feel. I just feel that there's no communication in, y- y- you know, I don't get what do you mean on down low. What is down low? I want communication, period. Yes, if somebody wants a relationship with me, of course I wanna know all their shit. I want them to know all my shit too. Isn't that what relationships about? I'm just, I don't I really don't know what you're getting at. If you're in a relationship, they're going to know the details. That's what I'm saying is You're saying, "Oh, it's okay. Don't call. Don't have any conversation. Don't talk." I am not going to have a relationship just hoping that fucking down the road he might call because I don't even know if any, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is this: if I'm not getting anyone to call me even on my special phone or text me, send a messenger, to go and have flowers sent cost almost, relatively what send flowers what you would spend on a date. Hey, wait for me, I'm thinking of you every day. That's what you do. You don't go and expect someone to wait just because you like them, and they don't even know it. I don't even know it. I don't even know if this person has another girl waiting off to the side because I had some lady contact me and on here and tell me that the guy that I was interested in had communicated to her and set her up for to get together. So he had all these people he was talking 3 to 5 years, and he was setting them up like a string of women. And you're telling me that I don't need communication? Ruby, you know what? You're on the wrong idea. Ruby, I want the most communication I can because even when you do get it, you don't get all the answers. Because the guy that I was dating who dropped, who broke up with me the next day, I'm like, and he goes and marries the most horrendous human being on the face of the earth. He marries her. She's the most horrible human being you could think of. She was a gorgon. He married a gorgon, is what he did. And she was horrible and a horrible human being. Not human being. She was just horrible. I had to forgive her and stuff, but ooh, she's just not a good person. And he treated her way better than me. So I'm looking at the fact how he treated this person over me is what I'm looking. So being that it's already gone a long time, and being that he's still, I don't know what the deal's with everything, but I'm like, you know what, maybe I should back off and maybe I should date someone else because that's where I'm at now. I want to date a person that calls me every day, that makes me feel special and spoils me a little bit, so I could spoil them. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for what, is just what I've been dealing with is old shit that I can't stand to eat in the first place. A person who goes, "Well, I like you, but I'm not going to text you, talk to you, or treat you nice, take you out to eat, but you can have the idea in your head." And that's don't work for me. I treated the other woman, the one Gorgon, I treated her like a fucking queen. But you're beyond a poper. You're a snake. And that's how I'm being treated, like a snake. So, right now, I am going to still be on the dating thing, but I am going to be on the 50 plus dating. I need to date someone who's a little more seasoned and maybe who got their shit a little more together. I'm hoping so because the 50s, oh shit, they were worse than the 40s. The 40-year-olds at least took time out and they text you and talk to you. But the 50-year-olds, man, some of them were all out beyond alcoholics. Oh, I was just like, I'm going to look for a thing actually on instead of dating to be set up with a matchmaker, uh, a real matchmaker where I have to spend real money. So instead of spending real money right now, I'll just get myself in order. I'm not going to spend any attention with anyone, but I expect to be treated better than the Gorgon princess. Oh, yeah, because he doesn't give me no attention or call me. or come over. So obviously he's not interested, because if he was interested, he would have come over. If he was interested, he would have taken care of things. He's not a man if he doesn't want to take care of things. And don't tell me I have a family and all that shit. Because if you have a family, then don't go chasing me. You chased a Gorgon princess and you married her, and that's who you have. So there you go. Look it up too. Gorgon. My family's had him on their shields of every time they went in a conquest. You had to say, I wanted him to find on their own. Yeah, Medusa's always been. It's a good luck thing. But to deal with them is a whole nother thing. Gorgons are bastards. They are sociopaths. And sociopaths fuck everything. Let's just be honest. They just go to bed with, they play patty cake with everyone. You know, I mean, it's unfortunate. Yeah. No, I don't think that. I don't think that he'll go, "Hey, I'm gonna be real nice to her," because I treated the Gorgon princess like way better than me. So I'm going to stick around because I might get this. I don't think I'll get the same treatment. I'll get the worst treatment. She didn't even produce nothing, and she was pretty well treated like she was Jesus Christ. And I was almost producing 3 tables, and she wasn't even producing that much. I was like, Jesus, when I found out what she was doing, I was like, and that's after management knew. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Yeah. So if you're not calling me, you're not texting me, and you haven't come over my house, I'm done. I'm really done. As a person, I will treat you okay, but you will have to really do something to get my attention, because I have other men who are getting my attention, who send me flowers, who try to talk to me every day, who do all that thing. Maybe I should start answering those phone calls and talking to them, because they sat there and talked to me all the time. But I have one person who says that they're interested in me and have no communication, but they love to communicate with the Gorgon Queen, you know. So you want to deal with the Gorgon monster, hey, that's your deal. You treat them better than me, hey, that's what he did. Because I got nothing out of it, to be honest. I got no flowers from him. I got nothing. I didn't even get one of his family members, and they live so close around me. They can walk up to my RV. Hey, I got a message from so and so. He doesn't even have to sign it. I just have to know, oh, I know who that is. Thank you. That is such a nice love note. But no, I receive absolutely positively nothing, and I'm treated like the Gorgon monster. The Gorgon monster was treated like she did 6 tables. She came into work on time every time, never was late. I'm like, wow. So you marry a Gorgon monster and treat that like like way better than me. I come to work on time. I give no problems. I in the past, not late and all that stuff. And everyone noticed. That's what I love about the owner where I worked at. She's like, "You're a hard worker." And I go, "Damn right I am. That's the only thing I had to work on, is being a hard worker and on time. And I damn well wasn't going to give that up to anybody. I don't care how bad I felt. I made myself go to work in a sour stomach, not feeling good. I figured this: they could always send me home. They would know I was there. I put in effort. If I couldn't stop, whatever it was coming out of my body orifice of one side or another, they would send me home. So I always went into work, because they wouldn't want to keep someone sick. You know what I mean? And usually I don't go to work sick. It usually lasts us 3 days, but it went through Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I called in. And there was no way I was going to make it in. So I've come to this whole completion. Yes, I know that uh, people are telling me to wait. No, you don't call, you don't communicate, you don't bring all that stuff, then obviously you don't want me. I am not going to sit there and wait for you to get your shit together. It may to be 10 years before that's the point. Like my dad said to the one guy who lost out on me. He sat down with him. He told me, he said, "You know, my daughter has been the most chaste and we know she's a great person and she's got a big heart." And he was like, "I wish you would have, picked him." He ended up having his own business and doing quite well. uh, my ex could never do anything. Sociopaths can never hold down a job, and my ex including, he lost several of them by, let's just put it this way, playing patty cake with the wrong person. So, in that fact, I gotten lots of phone calls. He can say all he wants, but I got a lot of phone calls from a lot of people who really liked me and told me to get a divorce. The first time I wanted to get a divorce, my son was the age of 10. This time, my son was much older, and I finally got it because I had to really plan. It took a good 3 weeks of planning, and he was gone. So that's the only reason why. My ex tried to keep me because of the fact I got into an altercation. He was still in the Navy. That's considered a federal crime for doing an altercation with him and not, keep pressing charges, was 10 years in a federal prison. So instead of doing 10 years in a federal prison, I went back with my ex-husband and spent many more years and had a daughter with him. I kept thinking that he was going to change. He was going to wake up one day and want to go to work. That would never happened, honey. It never happened in this lifetime. My biggest dream would be that he would get up on his own a consecutive year in a row, and I wouldn't have to clean his car, start his car up, get up 4 hours early so he can get up, because he could not hold down a job without me rustling him up. Literally. I mean, it took a 4-hour job to get him up and going to work. He couldn't even get up. That's the reason why sociopaths should never drink, because it just causes them. I have never met a working sociopath to this day. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them out there. I have someone I know, they were a nurse's aide and they became a nurse. And in that time, she got divorced because her husband found out she was having her affairs. And, you know, being that he became retired, he realized why she never really answered her phone at a certain time, because she was with somebody. Um, and so he divorced her. She became a nurse, and she says she doesn't make the same amount of money. I'm like, how can you not make the same? You're making like, X amount. She's like more than a nurse. She does all this other stuff. She doesn't like working. So I just sat there and laughed and said, maybe you could find yourself a sugar daddy because you don't like working. So I got myself a little payday. Mm, 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 mm. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for anything, you know. Ah, that's funny. It's funny how some of the sociopaths will end up, the ones that didn't work, will end up working and supporting somebody, and then that somebody that they supported will end up leaving them. Oh yeah, I see it all the time. Even with two sociopaths, it happens a lot. A lot more than what you think. No, I don't want to go out and date some other guy. I'm not looking to date, but if I happen to see somebody out there, I can put myself out there and go, hey, would you like a relationship? You know, and that's where I'm at right now. I want to be able to, you know, what Ruby's going, oh, don't have no communication. No, Ruby, we cannot have no communication. What I'm saying is I'm getting none, zero communication, and it's like, oh yay, you want me to wait? Oh hell no. I don't know what kind of shit you smoking, if it's crack. But if you're smoking crack and you think I'm gonna wait for, 6 months to a year, it's not gonna happen, baby. You're not calling me. I get nothing. I got more when when the snake lady was stalking me on here. When she'd go on here and she would call up management and tell them what I was saying about her and all that stuff, she'd get all mad and get me in trouble and get all mad. The thing was, she was nuttier than a fucking Christmas fruitcake, told everyone at work she was an alien. And I'm like, God damn, I'm not even that fucking weird. I'm a little unique, but I'm not fucking weird. Well, you were saying about the, information. I'm not saying to tell your whole life story. I'm saying just to get to know somebody, to call them up once a day. I'm not saying, when you have a relationship that's good, you want to, you don't even need to be told. I shouldn't have to say anything. I don't think it has to be known. You know what I mean? I don't think it has to be known that if you're attracted to someone, you're going to want to get to know them. So you'll try any way in your power to get in their life. If you're not attracted to them and you don't want to get to know them, you want to get as far from them as possible. So if that's the case, if that person doesn't want to know you, they're not going to want to know you. They're not, if it's not like they're living next door and they're stalking you. Because if they're living next door and they're stalking you, then they got a lot more mental issues than you really need to know. And that's what I was saying. And I had a lot of people say that he has moved on and I should move on. Yeah, I could be entering a cult. I've come to the point, if somebody doesn't want any communication at all, they treated the Gorgon way better than me. We're talking night and day. Me, I'm like non-existent, no call. Where he was calling her and talking to her for hours, spending time with her, seeing her. So on my side, there's nothing going on. So when I see that in two different relationships where she's a horrible human being, just mean. And let's just remember, she's a sociopath. So she went to bed with every single person that she could probably get a ride from. Kid you not. So I get treated like shit. And the Gorgon gets treated way better than me. Way better. Like 100% better. You know what I get treated like? It's like I'm a wallflower. That's all. I might as well just be, I should have just been for Halloween a big flower that's on the wall. That would have been my great Halloween project. Should have been a wallflower because that's what I am in life. That's how I feel. I'm a wallflower and I'm tired of that shit. You want to treat me like a wallflower? Then this wallflower will treat you the way you're treating me. You know, I've just come to the point, if you don't want to communicate, then obviously you don't want a relationship, because my dad told me if a man wants a relationship with you, he will communicate any way he possibly could. There we go. I do deserve better. And I will be talking to people on the phone, and I will be getting a relationship one way or another. And that's how I feel. If you want a relationship with somebody, you will do in all your favor, and your life, and in general your yourself. You will do anything possibly to get a hold of that person, to talk to them, to be with them. And if you don't do that with me, you treat a Gorgon queen like they're a goddess, and you treat me like I'm a shithead. Oh, you've done pissed off me already. You might as well either go through the top or walk away, because if I'm not treated the same or better, I will look at the relationship as a failure. I will. I will look at that. And it's just the way I am. If it's not treated better than the Gorgon princess or whatever the fuck she was that month, you know, I do. I do deserve better. And if he doesn't want to do it, I can go. Woo-hoo. I could get better. I could go on. I'm done. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. I could go on. Uh I'm not harboring vengeful thoughts. All I'm saying is, if you're going to treat a Gorgon princess better than me, a Gorgon princess, then obviously, you like evil a whole lot better than me. You know, evil doesn't like me. They just don't. Me and evil do not get along. If you're into serious drugs and your mind is clouded and you're in that evil place, you're an evil person. And I will be honest, I worked with someone who I now don't consider evil. They were going through a time in their life that, well, let's just put it this way, it was a hard time, and they were in that dark hole, where you see that little light. Yeah, and I get it. But when you treat someone who is really evil and really mean, and then you treat me like I'm a flying shithead, I remember that. And then you're out of that relationship, and you put out like, yeah, I'm ready to go for another relationship, and I'm treated like shit, and I know it. I know I'm being treated like shit. And you know what I say to that? You go onto your space. I don't need that. If you can't treat me better than the Gorgon, then, maybe we should just move on, because I'm ready to. I really am. I can move on and do my own shit. I really can. I have no problems moving on. You know, I'm getting squirrely, and I do need to have that communicative where you get a hug and you feel loved. If I don't feel that, if I don't at least get a hug, feel loved, and have a good communication with my significant other, I'm feeling like blah. And it's just the way I am made. I need that in a certain sense. That's what I loved about my job. If I would have been a bartender, I would be hugging everybody and getting love from everyone. I wouldn't care. That's what I need. I need a good bartending job. Maybe I should go see if I get a weekend job. What was that way? You were hugging and loving each other the entire marriage? I mean, there's always little signs that you're dealing with a sociopath, and the first sign is that they sleep with the whole neighborhood. The second sign is that if you have to check outside when they tell you the weather, they are habitual liars. Wow, that's so shame, that it worked out the way it did. Oh, it's getting kind of hot in here. Where did the top go? So anyway, yeah, it when you have a Gorgon that's treated better than myself, I kind of look at the fact that that is already a failure. You're already not doing it. Yeah. You know, I'm treated. I'm pretty well. I'm treated lower than the belly of a snake, and you get to the point. I can't be treated like that. I've never been treated like that until my ex, and he was a sociopath. Mm. Oh, let me text my son and see if he can. Oh, it's a little bit over an hour. So anyway, that's where I'm at. But maybe here, this is what I'm going to do. Let's do a meditation for to get a positive person in our life that'll kiss our ass. How's that? Turn this down. All right. Okay, let's do this. All right. All right. Let's imagine getting a positive person in our life, not a lover, but a good friend. That could become a lover. How's that? We're good. Well, imagine a perfect person that will spoil us and make us feel special and do all kinds of things like that. Because when you have that special thing, it's so nice. So let's imagine the person. Okay, let's close our eyes and imagine that person being across the street. Okay? We're seeing a street. It's not busy. And they're across the street. They're waving to you. What kind of attributes do you see? I would see an attribute of wanting to hear my voice every day. So he calls me up every day just to hear my voice and to hear me talk. All right. Now, we connect well with all our weird theories and stuff. Um, okay. Has anyone come up with any? Oh, no one has come up with any ideas. Okay, so I have to do this on my own too. Okay. So here it is. You know, it would be someone who would be affectionate. Who would like to hug and kiss. I would like someone who's a good hugger. Good hugger, not strangle hug like grandma, where you're like hoping to God that her big pillows would shrink so you could breathe again. No, this is a good hug that makes you feel good and warm and fuzzy. So here you go with that. And then he sends love letters every so often. In my lunch, I find a love letter. And he's really thoughtful and does thoughtful things. And, I reciprocate too, and I do the thoughtful things for him that he would reciprocate. So it's like we what you call pour into each other. And that's what I see. That person on the other side of the street would be that person. Would he walk over to me? I would hope so. So let's imagine that person now walking over the street. No, they're not going to get hit by a car or anything. They're walking over and we'll make it safely, okay? No hitting by any car. All right. So when they walk over, what do you expect them to say? Let's see what they say. All right. I'm not going to tell you what I would think I would hear them say, but you can imagine what they would say, and you can kind of get, how that would go. So we're going to leave this as you meet the person, you shake their hand, you thank them, you hug them, and you go, okay, we'll meet again another day. And then you leave it at that. And you can always pick it up where you meet at the side of the road, and you can move it to a house or outside in the garden where you talk. Imagine what you would talk about and stuff like that. Weird, huh? Like I said, I have no one here. It doesn't take a brain scientist. If you don't live, he doesn't even live a mile away from here, that he could walk here. But he doesn't care enough to come over. But he spends time with a Gorgon princess who knows how to use a gun, obviously. Yeah, she's a yeah, it's fun. Fun shit. So, when you're dealing with this kind of relationship, it is very toxic. Like my feeling from my therapist, who told me, hey, you need someone who's going to chase you, not just, have you guess. And I go, you know what? You're right. I don't need someone like that. I need someone who would send me flowers. I need someone who would at least have a cousin bring flowers over if they're in a bind. I've had it where I remember one time a guy had brought flowers over. He walked 5 miles. I drove him back home. And this is back when I was in high school. God damn, I could not think of being treated like less than what the if a guy dated somebody that I knew and I would be treated less than that person. Oh hell, that wouldn't happen. I'd be like, well, when you get your shit together, call me. I might be available. And that's how I was, and that's how I should be now, you know. And it's a shame, that, how could I say this? I I'm to that point, where I'm like, it just won't, you know, transpire, and I'm not going to be sitting here waiting. If you're going to treat a Gorgon princess like way better than me, Oh, you got a whole nother ball of wax thinking that I'm going to be waiting forevermore. It's not going to be happening like ever. You know, mm, like I give a shit, you know? I mean, really, if you're not going to make the effort, I will not make the effort. And that's how I am. I just don't care to make the effort anymore. That's just how things are. If you don't want to make the effort, and if you don't want to come and visit me, and if you treat me worse than the Gorgon Princess, you already ruined the relationship right now. You didn't send no messages. I didn't see no messages, no flowers, no nothing. And I consider that a bad omen, like an omen, like it's not good, and that's how I put it. It's a bad omen. So, yes, I am perturbed, not pissed off, just perturbed. Like I said, all the men here in Pahrump are lackluster. I have not had a good, thing with any of the guys here in Pahrump. Any yet. I have to say yet. But, like they said, you know, at this point, I'm going to be the cat lady, and I already have a plan to upskirt that and not have to deal with that. It's just come to the whole meaning. So here, let's think of since I have been more positive, a lot of people seem to be more positive here in Pahrump. Maybe it's just me. I got a good attitude. Whatever it is. I went and paid my, everyone seems to be happy. On Thursday, I had a really crummy stomach. The biggest highlight of my day was getting my strawberry shake at Dairy Queen. I got the large strawberry. They make an excellent strawberry shake. It's got real stringleberries in it, and I love it. So, with me being positive, I feel that there's been a lot of positive things happening and a lot of positive people I've been coming forth. So, let's hope that if since I've been positive, I haven't met any sociopaths. Really, positivity kills a sociopath. If you're a very positive person, they either don't want to be near you or they want to run. They don't want to be by people like me because I'm very. Let's just put it this way: I'm really weird, and sociopaths do not know how to take me. Sociopaths have a hard time dealing with me and usually run the opposite way. But when you download the Ralph's app, enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. When I had to deal with this sociopath, this one wanted to date me, so I didn't want to date it. They are addicted to misery. It's like misery likes company, and I'm like, I can't be that way. No misery, no misery. But once I started being more positive, I got, people want to be around positive people. They don't want to be around someone that's, oh, my life sucks. Yeah, my life does suck. Let's just be honest. I got Sanford and Son outside my door. I got to take my friend had an old baby car seat. I used to take his son in. And his son, I think, has gotten a bit older since a couple years ago. I'm going to put it out I'm going to throw it away. And let's see what else. What else? Yeah, I got to throw that away, and I got to go through some stuff. I'm going to have to spend some time in my other house to go through shit and put it away because I found my candle making stuff, kit, and all that stuff today. And I'm like, hey, maybe I can, do something fun. I've never made candles by myself, so this will be a first timer, to get, started. So I'm excited about that. Um, well, you see, you got a small and comfy place. You got a place you're comfortable with, and that's what's important. Mine, I'm going to have to deal with the leak in the roof. I found some other leaks and stuff, so I'm going to have to do my whole roof and literally paint it on for like, you paint it on, you wait 3 days, you paint it on again, you wait 3 days. That's what I'm going to have to do. My luck. Ooh. So that's where I'm at. So, um, let's think of all of us, finding everything we want this year, if we want our financial readiness, let's use that. Well, it's real loud. If you want your financial success, if you want to find a good relationship, if it's not like a steady relationship, maybe a relationship you guys get together once a week and you spend time, you know, what I'm talking about is let's look at the 2024, the most positive that you can think and to make your life better. That's what I'm talking about is finding that love. So, I don't have anyone that cares to send me flowers, talk to me on the uh, phone, phone every day, or text me every day. Maybe I'll find somebody that will want to talk to me on the phone every day, that will want to connect with me, that will want to do all those things and treat me better than the Gorgon Princess. And not know what that is. I don't care. Um, it's come to the point I'm just tired of of waiting for someone to treat me good. I think I deserve to get treated great now. I don't have to wait for that, and I shouldn't have to wait for it. If I have to wait, then obviously there's something wrong. It's been a long waiting period, and I think that the waiting period, and since the Gorgon Princess got way better treatment ASAP, guess what? I'm going to get that, and if it's from somebody else, then so be it. It's just going to be from somebody else. There's nothing I can do. I'm not putting out that I'm going out on dates, but if I happen to meet somebody within my travels of life, and between going to the grocery store to paying my bills and living my life, if I meet someone in that between, that'd be nice. you know if somebody wants to treat me better than the Gorgon Princess, I would really appreciate it. you know that would be better. And I am putting out the positive facts and the positive thing. I already forgave the Gorgon Princess and all the other, people that I felt wrong and they felt wrong. So I did a forgiven and asked them for forgive me, and that's what I did. So I can move on, and I'm ready to move on in my life, to be treated better, to find somebody who will like to spend time with me, who will like to share my dreams with me, who would like to call me. Because if you really want to get with somebody, you're going to want to call them, you're going to want to get in contact with them. And if you want to get in contact with them, you're going to want to do that. And if you don't do that, then it's obvious that you're not as you feel that you're going to get that. How can I say? You're going to get a connection. And right now, I don't feel the connection happening at all. Like there's zero connection. When you don't connect with somebody and you think that they're going to wait for him, like my dad said to one guy, Stefania, don't wait for nobody. You wait for her. That's a message from my dad to a guy that my dad said, yeah. He said, he expected you to wait. He expected you to be here waiting for him. He goes, oh crap. He goes, you No, you. And to mind me, I was not no great. I don't consider myself the greatest shakes because if you've seen the picture of me when I was 16, I was not like this wondrous, good looking chick. I was. Whoop, there goes flies out my picture.
Why are you not winning 70% of your day trade? You've read every book that's out there. You've watched every YouTube video that's out there. Heck, you bought every course.
So I got this picture. Now imagine when I was 18. I should show that picture. I gotta find it. There we go. Should bring my. Yep. I was not no great shakes. I had my attitude. What got me with a lot of the guys that I dated, you know what they told me? I had the best attitude out of all of the people that they dated, and that's what inspired them to be with me because I had such a positive attitude because I knew what I would, down the road. I really didn't care. I cared about how I was being treated then. And if I wasn't being treated right, I moved on. It's just way I am. It's not that I'm a mean, evil bitch. It's my time to move on. And if somebody doesn't want to get their shit together, that's their deal, not mine. I don't deal with any excuses. I don't deal with it at work, and they don't deal with it at work. So why should I deal with it at home? Now, if somebody doesn't want to connect with me and they don't want to contact me and they don't want to be near me, then I'm moving on. And that's the way I'm doing it. I am moving on, and they can go and move on. I they did it in front of me before, you know. Uh, so that's yeah. At least we can. Well, looks like Fist is getting a new sink. Yes, a new sink is nice. I got an itty bitty sink here. It was all filled up with I could smell. It just my nose is so strong, but I could smell like the old stuff underneath. I was like, oh, I gotta wash dishes. Can't stand it. I know. I think that either if he wants me in his life, he's going to have to get his shit together and communicate with me or move on. Because if he doesn't, I will. I'll move on my own and do my own shit. I'm just that kind of person. I'm sorry. I'm dating somebody. You didn't. You didn't. I'm not playing fucking. Am I a mind reader? I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing mind reading exactly. So yeah, it's best if I move on. So I'll be back. I got to check on my wash. I've been drying it. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I got to go and check on it so I can dry my clothes. No, I don't think that he'll. To be honest, if he was serious, he would have already contacted me and stuff. I think he has another person that he has his mind on. So like my dad said, if a man wants to get with you, they will do it all possible manners to do so. Since he hasn't contacted me, I consider that he does not want nothing to do with me. And that's how I feel about it. And that's how it is. He wants nothing to do with me. All right, so let me be right back. Take care of this. There we go. So I started up I put it on a lower heat because it's better for your clothes. So that's what I did. And I have to put on, it's warmer in here than out there, obviously. So what I've noticed is a lot of people seem to be attracted to me when I'm positive. So the thing is to get rid of my stomach. Oh my God. It's just been a bother. Oh. But I do have some refreshing. Let's see. I usually don't drink on here, but Nutri. It's a vodka seltzer with real juice. Nutri makes me feel like, healthy. So here's to you guys. Here's to 2024 and everything being more good. Yeah, I don't have yeah, I really don't think that the guy that, I like I said, if you're not calling, texting, or connecting with me and communicating, you are not having a relationship, and I will not wait for somebody who doesn't do any of those things or even send flowers. You can have your buy a $20 thing of flowers, send them with your cousin with a note on a toilet paper saying, I care about you, Steffi, I'm thinking of you, sign it with whatever. And I would have said, hot damn, that would have been good enough for me. Woo! But if you're not doing anything, you're not even sending a bunch of flowers with your cousin to drop off and to say that you care about me, then obviously you don't. Hi, Terry. We're being drinking natural and keeping it good. So Terry, I got a question for you. If you liked a lady, all right, and let's pretend that this lady likes you, what would you do to get her attention? Would you call her, text her? Say you had her phone number and you were able to call her and text her. If you liked a woman and you wanted to let her know that you really liked her and you wanted her to be like you and her to be one-on-one on them, you know what I mean? Would you contact her or would you just let her guess? Because that's where I'm at, where I'm guessing. And I if I don't get a thing of flowers from cousins or someone brings flowers or I don't get a note of some kind, if I don't know what's going on in a relationship, I have a tendency to move on. And I've done that before and I got all harried. So I'm at that point to do it again. But to just date and not play patty cake. Just date, no patty cake. I want human touch. It's like that song. We all need the human touch while I'm there. Oh, you just invited out? I hope your dinner turns out well. I hope you connect well. You see, everyone's connecting. I hope you connect well. And I hope you have a really good date, Terry. I really do. But I'm at that threshold where should I start dating other people? Because the person I like obviously doesn't like me back. And I just need to move on, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I just move on? Because I don't get the person visiting me. I don't get the person calling me, texting me. And, it's just, should I move on? Yeah, I don't think he's interested. He's got somebody else. He has somebody else he's romancing because I've heard some stories come on here in the talking where you guys are talking. This woman said that the guy that I was dating, apparently she was talking to for 4 years. I was like, damn, I'm with a player. That's how I feel. So I'm going to let you guys go. Let's go off with a special meditational prayer. Let's go and hope that we find our perfect person. Who knows? You might go and play pool and find the most perfect person and you'll end up marrying her and I'll get an invite. Okay, you never know. Okay, keep a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart. And hopefully you'll find a great fart. Okay, let's do a meditation where we see the perfect person and we know that we will be treated right in the things that we will do well at, and we will gain financial through the stuff that we love doing. I love my job. I do. I love my job at least. At least I could say I love my job. I can have an affair with my job anytime and not feel bad. I love being dirty sometimes, but it's a dirty job, but I love it. I love the people I work with. They work hard. I love it. I really do. I go to work thinking, what can I do? Work harder, do this. I do. I'm thinking about all the things, how to make myself faster and do this and do that. I do. I love my job. Everything else is passe because the men are lackluster. They just treat other women better than me. I don't like that. So I love my job. I truly do. I enjoy going to work. I look forward to the people I see in the morning and I say good morning and I look forward to doing well at work and keeping, working at what I'm doing. And that's what I love. So that's the only love in my life right now. I got my children. I love them, but I have my job and that's the only thing I have. And I truly love it. And anyone that comes in that tries to put out bad product, put out something, I get pissed and I tend to get persnickety. And I tend to think that they're, stopping the bottom line and they're being assholes to other people. We all work hard. So I do love my job. So keep a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart. I will see you tomorrow. I am going to be on at 7. So I think I might end up working till 5. So you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And hopefully you will find the loves of your hearts and everything will work out better than a fart. Bye.